Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Dear students, in this session, I will discuss with you the main section or parts of a computer system which was suggested by John von Neumann in his proposed architecture for the modern computer system. John von Neumann suggested the following three main section or parts of a computer system in his proposed architecture. The first part is CPU. CPU stands for Central Processing Unit, or you can simply call it a processor of your computer system. The second part is storage. Storage means memory, that part of the computer system where program and instructions are stored along with the data. Obviously, storage consists of primary memory along with cache memory and registers, and also the secondary storage or backing storage. Then the third part of the von Neumann architecture was I/O devices. I/O stands for input output. Now boys, in the simple understanding, what is CPU? CPU is the main processing unit of the computer system. It is that part of the computer system where whole processing takes place. Whole processing on the data takes place. It is also known as the processor of your computer system. So it is responsible for the overall processing on your data. Then what is meant by storage in the von Neumann architecture? Storage is that section or part of a computer system which hold data or instructions. So basically the storage is of two types. First one is primary memory or main memory, and the second one is secondary storage or the backing storage. Primary memory is temporary in nature and is fast to access. It is under direct control of the CPU, means the processor, and processor directly access the primary memory to store data and instruction or to communicate data and instruction to various parts of the computer system. Primary memory includes RAM, ROM, cache or cache memory and registers. Then comes the secondary storage. As you know that the primary memory is temporary in nature, but it is fast to access. Secondary storage is permanent in nature, but it is slow. Primary memory is limited, secondary memory is unlimited. Secondary memory is not under the direct control of the processor, not under the direct control of the CPU, but it is accessible through the input-output controllers, means the input-output devices. So it is slow to access, but it stores the data or instructions permanently, and it is used to store large amount of data. So secondary storage may include hard disk drives and CD or DVD ROMs. Then comes the input-output devices in the von Neumann architecture. Input-output devices are used to communicate with other devices. If a computer system needs to communicate with other devices, so it is being done through the input-output controllers and by using the input-output devices. Data and instructions are being communicated to from processor through I/O devices. What it means, whenever the processor wants to communicate the data to user or to some device, the I/O devices are used, the I/O controllers are used. So I/O devices also interact or allow interaction with the computer system. Some I/O devices includes keyboard, mouse. You know that these are the input devices, and printer, speaker, these are the output devices. There is a long list of input and output devices, and many of these input output devices you know. Now boys, that's all with this discussion on the main section or the parts of the von Neumann architecture. In the coming lesson, I will discuss with you some important terminologies, some important definitions regarding the von Neumann architecture. Now boys, there is a home task for you which you can complete while at your home. The first is you have to watch this video lesson, means lesson number 12 on the section or parts of von Neumann architecture. And the second is you have to read topic 3.01 in chapter number 3 from your course book. Dear students, if you have any query or any question to ask from you regarding this discussion or the past discussion, you can post your query on my WhatsApp group listed below. Thank you very much, boys.